Hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Red. So in between episodes I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I let the spawner run quite a bit and got plenty of essence. Spawned quite a few of the wither skeletons, and if we come up here and we take a look, we have a ton of wither skeleton skulls. Oh, there we go. In fact, we have enough that we could spawn the wither 19 times. Now, we're not going to need 19 withers just yet, but we are going to need a couple of them. So let's go ahead and get at least 2 for now, because we are actually going to want several items that the wither drops. Not only the wither star or nether star, or nether cube in this case because of the graphics pack I am using. But we're also going to get a couple of other items from him. So let's go ahead and grab us some soul sand here, and we'll grab enough to spawn us 2 withers. And I went ahead already and I set up a nice little area for us to do that. Nowhere near the base. So let's head back out here, if I can get my bearings. We will head all the way down here, and let's take a trip to the nether real quick. Hello, pigman. Was not expecting you. Go on. Go back through the portal. Back to the nether you go, thank you. Alright, and we will follow him through. Hopefully he will stay his happy butt out here in the nether where he belongs. Shoo. Shoo. Go away. Go away. Alright. So let's come all the way up here. And I dug this up even more. And I set this up. So let's go ahead and switch over to our blaze. And we will fly all the way up here. There we go, and at the top of the nether there is bedrock. Luckily it is only about 125 blocks high for the nether, so that's not too big of a concern, didn't have far to go. But I set up this nice little room here. So we've got some food on us. We'll go ahead and transform back into our regular self. And to build the wither, I'm sure you're all aware, but it's just a T, just like that, and then 3 skulls on top. And I'm going to wait a moment to place that because I want to make sure that we have enough room so that we don't get hurt too much by his explosion, but at the same time don't want to fall down that giant hole. So here we go. We're going to pop that down, and here comes our wither. So we will back up here, let him spawn in. There he is. He creates a bit of a hole in the world, and there he is. There we go, we got him falling down now. And there we go, 1 dead wither. He made a bigger mess than I was expecting him to. And our armor held out fairly well. I'm actually impressed. I've done this before in the past and not done as well as I actually did this time, so that was nice to see. And yeah, he made a ginormous hole here, not only from his explosion, but from him, blowing things up. So, with that, we got a rare shader grab bag from Immersive Engineering. Excellent. We've got some Minitio essence. We've got a ton of that. We've got some Zavishio essence. That's good stuff. There's our nether cube, nether star. Awesome. We have a miniature yellow heart, a pride shard, a greed shard, and the most important thing that we were after, besides the nether cube, this division sigil. And we will get into that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and see what we can do to spawn one more wither here. Boy, do a little bit of cleanup maybe. Get just a little bit of a floor going on, so that we have a level space here to spawn him on. And we'll try a little bit different tactic this time. I just went straight for the melee approach to attack him. This time I think I'm going to break out the bow and shoot him down, just because with that big of hole there, it was hard for me to jump up there and hit him constantly. So we will go ahead and start laying the structure down for him. Now, he doesn't have to be up against a wall. You can build him out in the open just like this. It just helps sometimes to place him on a wall. So we'll jump up here, take care of that, make sure we know where our exit is. And there we go. We'll run out here, grab our bow, wait for him to spawn in. There he is, and let's take him down. So there we go. Yeah, that worked a little bit better, because he came following us, and we didn't have too much to worry about. And our wither effect is clear. So let's go ahead and grab our blaze form again and do a little bit of maintenance here. Get this lava to stop flowing, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so we got a couple of nether stars, nether cubes now. Let's see what we can do with these. Because this is, like I said, ultimately what we were after. And that's awesome for the long run, not to mention these division sigils. So that's all cleared up. We're good to go. Let's get out of here. We will just go ahead and leave that cobble there, since we are hurting for cobble with that cobble gen. Oh my gosh. Alright, back downstairs. Grab us a bite of our toast sandwich, just so we can regen some of our health. Hope that pigman hasn't gone back through the portal. And home sweet home. So, what are we going to do with these two items? Well, the nether stars can be used for a lot of things. But first and foremost, let's start cleaning up our inventory a moment here. We'll put the netherrack away there. We will throw our shards up here. Our essence in there. The heftier essence can go in here. The cubes can go in there, as well as these rare shaders, sulfur. The hearts can go in there. And we've got the division sigils. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and... do we have any more Manulian made up? We do. Let's go ahead and grab 2 ingots of Manulian. We'll come out here to our smeltery and throw those in, because we are going to... actually, we're only going to do 1 ingot of Manulian, because I don't want to have any left over. We will just grab a stick. There we go. Because we need to come up with something. Because these division sigils are awesome. I absolutely love them, and they're going to get us a great piece of equipment that is going to help us out immensely. The thing is that you must perform the activation ritual. Now, the activation ritual is something that some of you may not have seen before. It's completely different than any other normal mechanic. Random cobalt ore is random. So there's our Manulian. We will get a new shovel with a Manulian head. There we go, and we'll put our ingot cast back. Let's grab our shovel head. I'll come over here and we will slap this together real quick. There we go. And it's got 3 modifiers. That's fine. That's more than we're going to need. It's got plenty of durability on it. 1200 durability. That's more than enough. Well, we are going to make something. Remember in the last episode, we talked about making a spawner that we're not going to have to touch, that we're not going to have to do anything with, that it's just going to work. That's what we're working on today, now that we have our division sigil, but we have to do a little bit of prep work for that. So, we're going to grab ourselves another safari net, which is real easy to make. There we go, there's our safari net. And we are also going to make a silken jewel. Now, the silky jewel allows us to make a silk touch tool or weapon. And if we take a look, I believe it's materials and new. We can go to modifiers. We will come all the way down here to the end. And see if it is that. Yep, there it is. Adding a large blob of aluminum, brass, or gold and a bunch of string seems to give the tool silky smooth properties. Effect allows blocks to be harvested directly. Styles modified with silky act as shears on blocks, not compatible with luck or auto smelt. So we can make a silk touch pickaxe, axe, scythe, even our shovel. Well, that is exactly what we want to do, and it's really easy to make. It's just string around a gold nugget. We need 4 of those. 4 of those around an emerald will give us our jewel. So let's go ahead and do just that. So we'll come over here and we will make sure we have golden nuggets selected. There we go. 1. Oh, we need more string, huh? That's no problem. We can do that. Just come out here and we'll pick some cotton. I really should get this auto set up to auto farm. That's okay. 8. Well, that'll get us another one. We're going to need a lot more string. So let's go ahead and circle that. There's 2. Alright, well, we'll do this the cheesy way. And I know in here somewhere I saw it. Yeah, there it is. I have a spare torturino. So we'll just kind of come out here and plop this down, say right here. There we go. And cotton and string for days. I just said I really should get this automated. Make it a lot simpler. But that's okay. We can cheese it, because the only thing that we're doing now is speeding up time, essentially. We do have that watering can, which would do the same thing, but yeah, Torturino does it a heck of a lot faster, so why not use a Torturino? There we go, there's 42 string. There's another 42, and well, can we get just 1 more? Or 2 more? There we go. Cool. Alright, so let's pick up our Torturino because we don't need anything else. We've got all the string we need for the moment. So we'll come in here and we will finish off our silky jewels. There we go. And then we just need an emerald. And just like that, there is our silky jewel. So now, let's put away stuff that we don't need and get that cobalt processing. Since it was randomly sitting out there in that chest. Put away this mustard seed. So we come over here and we upgrade the tool with the silky jewel. Upgrade the tool with the silky jewel. Say that 20 times fast. Holy cow. And there we go. We now have Silk Touch 1 on our shovel. But Red, what's that going to do for us? Well, that's going to do some very cool stuff for us. Unfortunately, I don't know that we can get this done before nightfall, but we will try. We're also going to need an enchanting table. So let us go ahead and make an enchantment table. Cool, we have all the stuff. We're going to need some redstone. We're going to need about 8 of those. There we go. We're also going to need a regular sword. Yeah, sure, a gold sword will work. And we're going to need something to, unfortunately, sacrifice, because a sacrifice has to be made in order for this to work. So we'll go ahead and we'll go into a flying form. Our wisp form will work just fine. And let's go find something to sacrifice. Now it can be any type of mob, passive. It can be, you know, sheep, pig, cow, chicken, whatever. Or it can be a hostile mob. But we got this sheep right here, so we're just going to nab him and get away from the area there, so that we don't have any issues from the ethereal guardians over there. And we're going to do something that's kind of cruel and unusual to this sheep. Just gonna kind of drop him. And we're going to keep dropping him until he gets down to 1 health. That way, it's ensured that he's a one-hit kill. Because the ritual that we have to do has to be done at midnight. And if you don't do it at the right time, there we go, you have to wait until midnight comes around again. So we need to find a nice flat area as quick as possible that has plenty of dirt around it. It cannot be stone, it has to be actual dirt. And I had a spot picked out over here. Somewhere like here, I believe it was. And we will come back into our regular form. We'll just kind of pop that down like that. Now let's go ahead and get this set up. So we are going to set up the enchantment table, and we are going to put the redstone around it. Just like so. Now if we grab one of our sigils and we shift right click, it will tell us that the activation ritual has redstone circle around the altar. The altar and the circle are placed on dirt, and there's plenty of it. It can see the moon because it's nice and clear up here, and it has sufficient natural earth around it, so it's got plenty of space. It also has sufficient darkness. You cannot have any torches or anything, but it's too early because it must be done at midnight. Well, we got lucky, and we were able to get everything that we needed done before midnight. So we are going to get our unfortunate sheep ready, and we will sit here and we will wait just a few moments for midnight. What we're going to do is we are going to shift right click the sheep on top of the enchantment table to place him down. We will strike him with the golden sword, which will kill him, and then we are going to quickly use our vein miner to grab the earth that will change, and I will show you guys and tell you more about that in just a few moments, because here comes midnight. If you watch the division sigil in our hotbar, as soon as it is the right time for the ritual to begin, it will start glowing, which should be any second now. And there it is. So now we can right click, smack our sheep, and dig up the earth. Kill the skeleton. And let's dig up the rest of this here. Okay. Well, that creeper came along. We got hit with a wither effect. That's not the end of the world. Make sure we didn't miss any. I'm not seeing anything else happening here. Got this creepy over here trying to sneak around. We'll take him out. We'll pick up our enchantment table real quick, because we do want that. We'll get rid of some of the stuff that we don't want, and away we go. So stop that. Alright, so back to the base we go. And once we get back to the base, I'll show you guys exactly what we did and why we needed to do that. Well, there we go, back at the base. Bring ourselves back into our normal form. And let's do some inventory cleanup now. We got a bunch of seeds. The seeds can go in here. There we go. We got another couple of skulls, which can just kind of chill out up in here. Some more essence. Some more pneumatic craft seeds. We've got some flowers from Botania, which can be put up here. I made a barrel for all of the arrows and bones I was getting when I was spawning those skeletons. So we will make sure to put those in there, just so they're not taking up room in our AE system. Gunpowder, piece of dark oak wood. We don't need this bow, so we will get rid of that. Now, we have this cursed earth. Cursed earth is amazing stuff. This stuff is what we will be making a new spawner out of, because if you noticed, as soon as the earth around the enchantment table turned into the cursed earth, mobs just started spawning. That's what it does. It acts as a mob spawner. However, it does not matter if it is day or night, or whether or not a player is nearby. It will constantly spawn mobs as long as it's dark. So that means that no direct sunlight can touch the cursed earth, otherwise it will purify it and destroy it. So we're going to have to make sure that this stays inside so that we can build our spawner, obviously, out of this cursed earth, and we have an infinite source of mob essence that we can use for spawning whatever we want to spawn. How cool is that? On top of which, we also now have 2 activated division sigils. Well, we're going to save one of those for a little bit later. So what can we do with those? Well, first off, if we come in here and we grab ourselves a little bit of wood and make a standard vanilla crafting table. It has to be a standard vanilla crafting table. It will not work otherwise. We grab ourselves a diamond and we grab ourselves a piece of iron, just like that. And let's also grab ourselves a piece of obsidian. And first and foremost, we will come out to this room here that doesn't have much of anything in it. We'll place down. Now, there are only 256 uses on this division sigil. What we are aiming for is one of these, the Builder's Wand. In order to make the builder's wand, you have to have a piece of obsidian and an unstable ingot. This ingot is highly unstable and will explode after 10 seconds. It will also explode if the crafting window is closed or the ingot is thrown on the ground. Additionally, these ingots do not stack. So that means that once you get one of these ingots into your inventory, if you make 5 of them, there will be 5 separate ingots in your inventory. They will not stack on top of each other. They will look just like this cobblestone here. So you need to make sure that you have space in your inventory for them. Also, whatever you're crafting, you only get 10 seconds to craft. Otherwise, it will blow up. It's instant death for anybody, even in, this pretty awesome armor that I have. It will instantly kill me. So, we're going to put the division sigil in there, and we are going to divide the iron by a diamond, and there's the unstable ingot. Now we're safe. We can, take the stuff out of here, and, nothing will happen. It's when you take that ingot out of this slot here that the timer starts, and you get 10 seconds, not a second more, to craft what you're going to craft. Luckily, we're only going to craft one thing with this obsidian right now. So let's go ahead and grab it. We will change that out, and there we go. If you notice, the ingot started turning different colors. The longer it goes, the redder it gets until it starts flashing, and then it explodes. So we now have 255 uses left on our wand, or on our division sigil, but we have this builder's wand. And again, you may be thinking, okay, Red, what's so special about the builder's wand? Well, I will show you. Let me come out here and go to our cobble gen, because I started building a room off camera that we are going to end up using for some automation stuff. And I changed out the barrel that I had here because we were getting random stuff in our cobble gen, in our transfer nodes, because when you put these world interaction upgrades in the transfer nodes, not only will it make for a great cobble gen, but it also searches the area around it so that it can pick it up. So it acts like a giant magnet, if you will, or vacuum cleaner, and anything that gets dropped can be potentially picked up by these transfer nodes. Well, I was getting tired of transfer nodes shutting down because stuff would get stuck in there and not have any place to go, because it, the barrel would only accept cobblestone, nothing else. So I was like, you know what? There's nothing going into the barrel anyway. I'll just put down a chest here, and that way, anything that's not cobblestone, I will filter it back here. I put an item filter in, which was easy to make. It was just a couple of sticks, piece of string, and some redstone to make the filter. I put in the filter that we're filtering out cobblestone. That way it only pulls cobblestone. Everything else gets left behind in the chest. So all we have to do is every once in a while come check the chest, make sure that there's nothing in here, clean it out, and this cobble gen will continue working like no tomorrow. In fact, we've already got another octuple compressed cobblestone, which I have already put 3 octuple compressed cobblestones in our equivalent exchange system here, which, yes, you are reading that number correctly. It is 43,046,721 pieces of cobblestone compressed into one of those blocks. It's ridiculous. So, let's come over here and get what we were initially coming to get. We'll just sit here and grab, quite a bit of cobblestone. And we will drop off this dirt on our way out the door. Also, in between episodes, had a bit of a heart-stopping moment. If we take a look on the map, we were that close to being destroyed. Maybe not destroyed, but being hit by an F2 tornado. It started way up here and grew and grew and turned at the last minute. In fact, I was on top of our base here working on the room when it decided to show up. And no joke, guys, I was standing right here working on this wall when it passed by that far away, and it started sucking me into the vortex. I had to run into the base to seek shelter. So, working on this, and I've got this, and now with the wand in our hand, we see these little white blocks. Well, what do? Well, if you right click, it will place whatever block is underneath the wand. How about that? So now we have a way to easily make rooms, make roofs, and anything else we want to build that requires laying multiples of the same block. But we're not finished, because let's say we get up here and we come all the way around. Okay, la 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 la, and there we go. Okay, we need to go get more cobblestone. Well, shoot, now what do? Well, we could jump and, place. Well, that's an option, yeah, but that's kind of a pain option. We could always, place down, some sort of block and, jump up there, because we have the ability to jump 2 blocks. Yeah, alright, we could do that as well. But you know what? I'm tired of that. I'm tired. We could also morph into something and, fly up there as well. But why are we going to do that when we now have the ability to do something even better? And what I am talking about is wings. We can get wings now. And the ones that I always go for are the invisible wings. There are all different kinds of wings. You can get feathery wings, fairy wings, dragon wings, golden wings, and they will actually show up behind you as wings. The golden wings only take a couple of gold nuggets. The dragon wings are some leather. Fairy wings are pink and purple dye. The feathery are just a couple of feathers. But I'm just going to go with the invisible wings because I don't want them getting in my way. Sometimes they can get in the way. So for that, we are going to need one of our nether cubes. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. We're going to need 2 diamonds. We're going to need 2 ingots of iron. We are going to need 2 pieces of glass. And we are going to need 4 ingots of gold. Right? Yep. So, how do we do this? Well, remember, whatever we do, we need to be quick about it, because we only have 10 seconds to make whatever we are making before these ingots explode. So, how are we going to do it? Very carefully. So let's go ahead and get set up here. We know that we are going to divide the iron by the diamond, and there we go. So we've got glass, which is going to go up in the top 2 corners. Our nether cube is going to go in the center, and this is going to go around the perimeters. However, I feel like I'm missing something here. So let's go ahead and double check what am I. Okay, the unstable ingots go down in the bottom corners. Okay, so had I done that and forgotten that, I could have potentially just exploded myself. So let us commence in getting what we want, our wings. So I'm going to actually just fill the inventory here, minus 2 spots, because when I shift click I can do that. You can only move 1 ingot at a time. There we go. We're running out of time. See, 1 second. They started flashing, but I grabbed it. So there we go. We have our angel ring. Well, this can easily be equipped in your bauble slot, and you can wear it just like a normal ring. And if we head outside real quick, now notice I am still in my regular mode. Hi, how's it going? And we have flight just like creative mode. How cool is that? How convenient is that? So now we don't have to worry about anything. We can just come through here and we can just lay all the blocks that we need to lay and not have to worry about jumping over things or putting blocks down because we're too short to get to them. We can fly. We can fly anywhere. That is going to make exploring a whole lot easier. That's going to make getting out of tough situations easier. It's just going to be so much easy compared to what we had before that I love it. I absolutely love having the ability to fly just like creative mode in standard survival. This is one of the most favorite mods that I love playing with. So I'm just going around lighting up the perimeter here, guys. In between episodes, I will probably go and fight another couple of withers, just because I'm going to need at least one more nether cube for another project that I have coming up. But in the next episode, we are going to touch on a new mod that we have not touched yet, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise for anybody. However, next few episodes, if you're a little bit squeamish about let's say bodily fluids, especially blood, viewer discretion will be advised, because we are going to get into a mod that we are going to be dealing with a lot of blood. Hint, hint. So, until the next time, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. See ya.